Hello and welcome back again. You're still watching us here on Nile Cruise on this lovely afternoon of Thursday, and we're going to be talking about a second topic, and that is e-learning and e-publishing. And as I said earlier, it is very important now to use technology, and because the whole world has turned into the use of the internet worldwide, not only to look up and see what's happening around them, but also to earn their degrees. Now it has become more convenient to go for e-learning, particularly because of the time. Now people could be more flexible on whether they want to do their assignments or their researches at the time that is more flexible and convenient for them than to go and attend classes. Not only that, but it's also a chance for them to earn international degrees without the need for them to travel. Another part that is more important, that is e-publishing. Most people now are finding it more convenient to publish their books or their statuses through the use of e-publishing, and also to read through the internet than to buy actual books. To know more about the advantages and the disadvantages of both e-learning and e-publishing, we're very much delighted to have joining us here this afternoon Dr. Adil Muhammad Ahmed Khalifa. He's an e-learning and e-publishing consultant. Good afternoon.
Hello, Dr. Adil. I guess the first question will be about the e-learning and the e-publishing. What is the difference between both of them?
Okay, if I talk about e-publishing, it is the conversion of the published, whether it's book or video or sound,
Yes.
from the normal format into electronic format, so that it can be used easily over the internet.
Yes.
This is the very general meaning of e-publishing. It comes out of e-publishing e-books. But e-books is the electronic version of books. E-learning, it's a system, complete system, which has three components: the hardware, the system, and the content. The hardware will be the computers, starting from servers where we store our content, to computers that is connected to the servers through the internet,
Yes.
and other devices like notebook, tablets, even mobiles now becoming part of this. The second part, which is the system itself, is the system through which, it's the delivery system through which we deliver the e-learning content and the e-learning course. The content itself,
Yes.
could be courses, could be video, could be e-books, could be games, could be many things. The combination of these three components makes the e-learning system.
Yes. Now, Doctor, the most common problem that is found, particularly in this part of the Arab region, is the fact that many people fear to go for e-learning because of its lack of credibility and accreditability in terms of degrees and diplomas, that the higher education ministry would not credify for one reason or another. Not only that, but many people would also be afraid to publish something through e-publishing, or to buy books through e-publishing that again could not be credible. Now, although the western part of the region find it very easy to learn, to earn degrees, to buy and sell, and to basically proceed their daily lives using the use of the internet, how can that be monitored and regulated here in Egypt in particular concerning the education system?
I think Egypt has gone through a process of the e-learning reality, whether it is on the undergraduate, whether it's on the K1 to 12 the level, or the undergraduate and graduate levels. Now in Egypt there is a university, which is the Egyptian e-learning university, and its courses and the degrees that it offer is already being accredited.
Under the patronage of what? Because usually they would fall under the umbrella
Ministry of Higher Education.
Yes, but through what? Does it fall through a certain university, Cairo University, for instance, Ain Shams University, or is it a private institution?
It's separate identity. Is located in Doki, and its degrees offered is already accredited, so there is no problem about this. Regarding the K1 to 12, the schools, I think the university, as in the university, the Ministry of Education is taking very strong steps towards implementing e-learning in schools. And in fact, it's not a matter of making software and on CD or give it. No, as I mentioned in the beginning, it's the whole system. So there is an experience that I'm participating in it these days, is converting 20 experimental schools owned by the Ministry of Education into electronic classrooms. The classroom has the notebook of the teacher, had the smart board, and the students, each student has a classmate PC, which is a small computer which can be used with the student, and it can resist water and damage and so on. Our part in this project is to convert the math courses for fourth grade and fifth grade and the seventh grade into a complete system that the teacher used to explain in the classroom. The students receive on their notebook, and they also communicate and interact with the teacher, his notebook, the smart board, and their computers. It's a wonderful experience, and I think it's the first time to be done in the Middle East.
Yes, Dr. Adil, so since it's the first time to be implementing such a project or such an experience here in Egypt and the Middle East, as you've said, we started with 20 schools for the 4th and the 5th grades. How many years, how much time would it take Egypt to be having all its schools or all the grades going on with the e-learning?
In fact, this is a pilot, and it is being supervised, and the international companies are participating in this, and pedagogical experts from England are also attending to evaluate this. But this is a pilot. Once the pilot is completed, I submitted to the Minister of Education before that we could have all the courses from the kindergarten to the 12th grade.
Yes.
It would take 2 years, and it would not cost more than 100 million Egyptian pounds.
For all the schools of Egypt?
For all these. I think we spend much more in getting hardware like computers and things like that, and they stay in the labs without being used. We cannot have a successful e-learning in our schools without having the content, and the content is required to we require to convert all the traditional books and literature into electronic learning, which will make the things successful.
Yes. Now, Doctor, I want to discuss with you another issue concerning the process of e-learning. And, you know, nowadays, and with this generation, it has become very hard to control students within a classroom in a normal atmosphere of a face-to-face interaction. How will that be monitored and organized through the use of e-learning, the e-learning process? I know there would possibly be video conferences, but in terms of putting the class together, making sure that they abide by the rules, when it comes to the examinations, how is that going to be controlled through e-learning?
In fact, I want to put the meaning of e-learning in general. If it is conversion of the system, the traditional system of schools with their classes and so on, this is one type of e-learning. The other type is distant learning. The distant learning is the teacher and the student, they don't see each other directly. They either see it through the courses which are on the website or portal for this for education, where they have all the courses prepared by the teachers, and they are using it, and the teachers on the other side monitor their performance. There is also the virtual classrooms where the teacher and the student meet on the video conferencing, as you mentioned, and in addition to that, there are libraries of question banks and libraries of learning resources digitally stored on the internet, and this is the whole operation is done without having to have a one-to-one or face-to-face with between teachers and the student. They communicate through the internet. It is very successful all over the world. This and people can have from school to undergraduate to graduate level learning through this distant learning.
But Dr. Adil, do you think that we have enough qualified teachers? Because teachers are the main component, one of the main components when it comes to e-learning here in Egypt and of course all over the world. What about the teachers? Do we have enough qualified teachers to be teaching through an experience such as the distant learning or the face-to-face learning through the e-learning and the e-books?
They have to be trained. If you talk about the Ministry of Education, they have now an academy for teachers, and this academy is its main objective is to qualify the teachers. All the things that was done by the MOE in the past was general awareness of using the computer and so on, but to qualify them for e-learning, they need more advanced training
different
and
experiences,
certification, and I think this is in the process of being done. The 20 schools I mentioned, the teachers were trained by several multinational companies in order to be ready for this experience.
Yes, apart from e-learning, you're also a consultant of e-publishing.
Yeah,
and
yes.
Here in Egypt in particular, how is that supposed to be again monitored and organized? I mean, if somebody wants to publish a book or an article online, how is that going to be monitored and managed here by officials in terms of the credibility again of the book? Because I believe that there is an institution here who's responsible for the censorship matters and reviewing the content and the context through e-publishing. How is that monitored here in Egypt?
Okay, I think the publishers, in my opinion, they are not publishers of books, they are publishers of content. Once the content is made, it can be published on books and it can be published electronically on the internet. So we have two processes. The first process is to convert the content from book format into electronic format. Then we have to place this on websites or stores. Like we have now Apple stores, Android stores, Amazon. We will place these on these stores, and we have to do marketing for them, electronic marketing, in order to let the people know it all over the world. The advantage of e-marketing over the normal marketing, which is very successful for e-content, that you don't need to go to exhibitions, you don't need distributors. You have everything on the internet. Once you publish, all the world will see your product, but you need to tell him and point about the place you have this content and how he is going to pay and how he is going to receive it, of course, through the internet.
Dr. Adil Khalifa, the IT consultant and the former chairman at the Arab Association for E-Publishing, thank you very much for being with us today on my cruise. Thank you. Now it's time to go out for a quick break for a report about tourism in the Red Sea. But before that, we can hear again from the Cairo boys.